Long before the cold streets of New York, there was Boston. There was music. There was light. David Parker, a man who believed in magic, taught his children to see it everywhere. In fireflies, in guitar strings, in the way snowflakes never land the same way twice. But magic fades. One rainy night, a truck skidded through a red light. David and Sarah were gone in an instant. And for Ryan and Lily, the world turned to static. The system tried to erase their past. New clothes. New names. It's for the best, they said. But the best meant splitting them apart. That first night in foster care, Lily clutched her father's notebook like a shield. Ryan whispered, "We run." Tonight. They did. For 2 years they survived, dumpster meals, subway naps, and the hollow ache of being invisible. The notebook became their map. David's stories of Keanu, his loyalty, his quiet kindness, felt like a clue. "If we find him," Lily said, "he'll know what to do." They scraped together $28.75 from Bauer returns and stolen granola bars. The bus ride was silent. Hope, they'd learned, was a dangerous thing. But they'd run out of options. Keanu never forgot David. The kid who'd shared his last slice of pizza, who'd talked him out of quitting acting after 100 rejections. "You're gonna change lives," David said. But fame came fast. Letters went unanswered. Years later, Keanu would stare at old sketches, wondering where his friend had gone. Regret, he'd learn, is a ghost that outlives us all. In that moment, Keanu wasn't a star. He was a boy again, sitting cross-legged on a dorm floor, listening to David's wild dreams. "I'll name my son after you," David joked. Now, here was that son, trembling, half-starved but alive. The cameras kept flashing, but Keanu saw only David's eyes and Ryan's face. "Come with me," he said. Not a request. A vow. Trust is a fragile thing. The twins flinched at slammed doors. They counted exits. Keanu moved slowly, no sudden gestures, no questions. He knew trauma's language. That night, he left a lamp on in the hallway. A small gesture, but to Lily it meant safety. For the first time, she didn't sleep with one eye open. The system had labeled them problem children. Truancy. Theft. A file thicker than a dictionary. But Keanu saw deeper. "They've been teaching themselves," he said, sliding Lily's sketchbook across the desk. The principal flipped through, math equations scrawled in margins, poetry beside doodles. "Remarkable resilience," she murmured. That day, the twins learned labels could be rewritten. Healing isn't pretty. Lily's art turned violent, smeared paint, torn canvas. Ryan punched walls, furious at a world that demanded his strength but never his pain. Keanu sat with them through the storms. "It's okay to not be okay," he'd say. Slowly, the screams turned to words. The words turned to trust. Heroes don't cry. That's what the movies say. But alone at 3 a.m., Keanu drowned in doubt. Was he enough? Could he replace the void their parents left? He called David's old number, disconnected for years, just to hear the ghost of his voice. "I'll keep them safe," he whispered. A promise to the stars. Family isn't born. It's built. In burnt toast and grocery runs. In Lily's bad puns and Ryan's terrible guitar covers. Keanu never pretended to be their father. He was something quieter, a constant. A North Star. And slowly, the twins began to bloom. David once told Keanu, "The best legacy isn't what you leave behind, it's who you lift up." That day, as the twins walked the stage, Keanu saw David in every step. Lily's art? All her mother's passion. Ryan's quiet determination? Pure David. And Keanu? He finally understood. Love isn't a debt. It's a gift. Grief never ends. But neither does love. The twins still visit that snowy theater sometimes. They trace the spot where their lives collided with Keanu's, where loss met hope. And in the quiet, they hear their father's voice, "You're my greatest story." For Keanu, it's enough to have been part of it, to have turned the page.